So I was doing my usual 3 a.m. TikTok scrolls, you know them ones. Dreading the morning, managing an existential crisis. And I had maybe the worst group of TikToker and social media show up. That is the social media influencer. And this certain influencer shows a lot of pride in potentially the worst diet that I have ever seen. And in a world where people are as physically conscious as they ever have been, I thought it would shed some light on the stupidity of this and how dangerous spreading this tripe on the platform can be for other people. So the person in question is Liz Sieber. She's a TikTok influencer that has recently been turned to a YouTuber. And to be honest with me, she comes across as a little bit of a pick-me girl. You know them ones. All about her life, nothing to do with anyone who's watching, sort of jibe, you know. She posts videos on her lifestyle, brand collabs, her boyfriend, interesting. And to be honest, the content does kind of bang, which I don't know why. It really is vapid content that seems a lot more like a flex about how well she's doing in life rather than it is something that's entertaining. More so of a day in the life rather than anything with actual substance. And I'd say for this type of influencer, usually I would prefer them to keep it in private. Just post privately. Just leave me alone. Leave everyone alone. Save yourself some time. But obviously the attention does kind of grab these people. And for me personally, I just don't get it. Like, I want to entertain. I want to make people laugh. I want people to enjoy what I'm doing. I really don't want to see you as the viewer as some sort of money tree that I can just pick on and shove brand deals down your throat and expect you to keep watching me. Whilst also explaining how perfect my life is. But I mean, my life isn't perfect and I don't have brand deals, so I'm probably a bit of a fucking loser here. But yeah, she seems to take a lot of pride in her horrible diet planning. And in true social media influencer fashion, she's showing you exactly what she does whilst also saying, don't do this. Because, you know, obviously the children that are watching this are definitely not going to try and be influenced by an influencer. Hence the name. People like this just have so many levels of like irony. Like, I don't think they realize what they do at all. But let me take you on a bit of an adventure. Firstly, through the first video that showed up on my For You page.
I do intermittent fasting, so let me show you how I eat all of my food within 3 to 4 hours every day. And I take a lot of supplements.
So as you can see, this is just fucking ridiculous. Like, she has 32 pills, she says in another video. 32 pills a day. And this is to sort of sort out the mineral deficiencies that she has. Which, I mean, there is a brilliant way to do this. It's called eating a balanced diet. But yeah, just showing even something like this on a platform and just expecting nobody to even bat an eyelid, it's ridiculous to me. 32 tablets, right? I take sometimes, not anymore, but I take one multivitamin a day and some fish oil. That's it. That's it. And I've got a couple of deficiencies. I've had blood work done. But I don't want to shove something like that down my throat because 32 tablets. It gets to a point maybe on like the 4th or the 5th one where you're just thinking like, fucking hell, give it a break. Sort your life out maybe. Try and eat a little bit better.
After I did a blood test, we found out that I had a bunch of nutrient deficiencies. So basically, I just take every vitamin that I'm deficient in.
Taking every vitamin that you're deficient in. You probably could just take a multivitamin that will sort it out, as I've said, but I mean, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? 32 tablets. 32.
Then for breakfast, I make this like cheesy burger thing with kimchi. Also, just taking a moment here to appreciate how good my skin has gotten from this diet.
And there you have it. She's gassing up how good the diet is by taking 32 vitamin and tablets, by having a coffee in the morning, and by having a burger with some cheese on top without the bun. I mean, sounds delightful.
Literally can't even believe it. I always have 2 cups of coffee, by the way. A lot of heavy cream goes into that. I top the burger with a fried egg, and this is my breakfast that I eat around 10:30 a.m.
Oh, never mind. It's all balanced now because she's put an egg on it.
The burger is freaking delicious. I just made a whole YouTube video on the recipe. I take 32 pills in the morning, so I just try to swallow as many as I possibly can at once.
Sounds really healthy, trying to shove as many pills down your throat as you possibly can in one sitting. I'm sure your stomach's going to be very happy with a load of majorly processed vitamins running through your veins, coming through your stomach. Your stomach lining's probably going to look like, I don't know, probably looks like a PE rucksack, and I stopped doing that 7 years ago.
Around 11:30, I make a yogurt bowl with some kefir for some extra probiotics.
So, you know, that's actually a pretty good idea. The main problem is her diet has not consisted of anything really solid in the entire day so far, her toilet bowl is going to be absolutely crying.
Also, it's important to say that I am doing this under supervision of numerous professionals, so don't take this as medical advice.
And this is the thing for me, like, she'll gas her own day up, she'll talk so much about it, and then she'll say, I'm doing it under medical supervision, so please don't listen to me at all. Well, I mean, why are you showing it, first off? Like, why would you do that? No doctor in the UK or the US or the world is probably going to be saying, yes, take 32 tablets a day to sort out your deficiencies. That just sounds fucking ridiculous to me.
Please always work with a professional because everyone's needs are so unique and different.
Yeah, everyone else's needs are different, and it starts with not taking 32 fucking pills in a day.
Don't wash me. Swear to God. Anyways, at 12:30, I usually make a cup of broth, add a ton of beef fat into it. This is what heals my gut.
So here we go, we got more solids. We got some bone broth in water. Like, bone broth is actually something that is really good to have, but usually what you're meant to do is have it with something, not just by itself.
It's a little bit hard to get down, I'm not gonna lie, but it's worth it. After that, I have my absolute favorite snack in the world, which is berries and Amish cheddar cheese. Oh.
I've never heard of a snack that consists of berries and cheese. I like two archetypally different things. And she had berries earlier, so why is she doubling down? There is not one medical professional in the world that will have said to her, right, so 1 o'clock you have berries and cheese. What? Cheese? Like, and that's all she eats in a day, right? Which, I mean, really makes you think, how is she still here? The most solid thing she had in that day was a burger and also a capsule for a pill. How any medical professional can try and twist that in any way possible, I'm not listening because they're wrong. So it turns out this cheese thing is a little bit of an obsession for her as well.
Come with me to pick up my groceries from an Amish farm. Basically just deliver it to one person's house and everyone in the area goes to that house and picks up their order.
Sounds normal.
The main thing that I buy from the Amish is their dairy. I've been lactose intolerant my entire life. I cannot buy dairy from the grocery store. My body just cannot digest it. Once I made the switch to Amish dairy, my body loved it. I'll never go back.
So that bit is definitely right. If you are lactose intolerant, you cannot have dairy. Which really makes you think, why are you buying dairy? So I thought I might just give you a little bit of education into this. Well, basically, she's not lactose intolerant. Some people can be more or less lactose intolerant, obviously. But the whole point of lactose intolerant is that your body just cannot process the cheese, for example. So for her to say that she's bought some religious cheese and it's managed to change her life, that is bullshit. She has never been lactose intolerant. She never will be. And I mean, as well, she's either somewhat lying or she was just trying to gas everyone up back in the day, because I managed to find what she eats in a day from 2021 when she was trying to gain weight, and it looks a lot different from what she's saying.
This is a full day of eating as a model who's actually trying to gain a bit of weight because I know it'll make me feel better. First, I had a toasted bagel with butter, an egg, an orange, and of course a latte. And then I made a quick pre-workout smoothie with spinach, protein powder, peanut butter, and bananas.
Both items look like shit, don't they? Let's be honest, it just looks like fucking shit.
Once I got home, I was super hungry, so I made a tuna salad sandwich on a bed of lettuce, and it was actually really good and really filling.
Tuna salad sandwich, now that is a normal thing to eat.
I got pretty sweaty during my workout, so I figured it'd be a good idea to have some Gatorade.
Obviously, if you're trying to gain weight, you've got to have some Gatorade. You want to be a gamer.
So after I made that, I made a big pot of pesto pasta for dinner, topped it off with some fresh tomatoes.
Pesto pasta with tomatoes doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look great either.
Instead, I finished off my night with Rice Krispie treats and Skittles.
And I mean, Rice Krispies and Skittles, they're the only bits of shit that she's had today. But it doesn't seem that bad at all. There's no way that that kind of diet can absolutely destroy your life. Yeah, if you're eating shit all the time, it might make you a little bit upset, but it's not going to finish you. Like, it's not going to be saying what you're doing unless you were either lying in the video or lying now. Also, I can't find the video at all, but as I was scrolling through yesterday, I noticed that she said that her diet was 3,000 calories a day, and there is absolutely no way, looking at any of the videos that I've just shown you, that anything she's eating goes up to 3,000 calories a day. That's just not true. Especially for, like, she might be tall, but still, she's a woman, so she's going to be burning less calories, so she's just lying. So yeah, you go on her channel, Why I eat this way, 3 posts. Food stuff, 5 posts. What I'm eating, 5 posts. So that's 13 videos that she's put on a playlist on the front of her TikTok. Which may not sound very pointful at all, but it's the fact that she is making a big thing out of this. And it's like, yeah, she's trying to say, oh, if someone discovers this, they might have a revelation. But the exact reason why you're doing this is because it gets views. And honestly, considering you're doing a modeling career that requires that kind of massive following, it makes a lot of sense. The big problem for me here is that the entire way through all of this, you shouldn't be following this whatsoever, but because it's a model that's posted this on TikTok for younger kids to look into, if anyone's got some sort of eating problems, they might think something different about this and that this is going to be the way that's going to change your life. No, 32 tablets a day is not going to change your life. If anything, that's only going to make your gut worse because it's a load of powdery substances going down. It's like there's absolutely no understanding of like irony or anything throughout all of this. Like, she really thinks that this is the perfect way to go, and I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. It's not. And going back to the start, I probably would just say she is a pick-me. Like, she just wants everything, the world, to revolve around her, and it does my nut in people like this. As you can see from the YouTube channel here, my hair got burned. What I eat as a model come with me cutting my hair. Like, yeah, your entire channel revolves around you, and that can be perfectly fine. Obviously, my channel revolves all around me. But the thing is, I'm not dick riding myself. I want to do something that people will enjoy. I don't want people to go, oh, I wonder what Jake Baz is doing today. The problem is the lives of everyone else doesn't revolve around you at all. So maybe you should nip it in the bud a little bit. And I also think with the massive amount of problems in the model industry in general, around eating especially, like, it's quite literally only in the last 5 years we've started seeing larger models. And I don't mean like BBW type of women. I just mean like people who are a size up, who aren't fucking size 4. There is no way that you should be taking any sort of information from anyone like this. A load of models are conditioned, and because of that they suffer with these kind of eating disorders, as she has unfortunately said she has dealt with in the past. And obviously eating more is better than eating nothing, but don't go on a TikTok site and talk about how perfect this revelation is that you shouldn't follow because it's required by a medical professional, when in fact what you're doing is actually not really a brilliant diet at all, especially with the 3,764 pills. And also when I've seen her going on about pharmaceuticals and things like that, about how evil they are. Like, I take 2 pharmaceuticals every day, and I've taken one of them for 5 years, and I don't understand at all how you can try and get on this high horse when they do actually really help the majority of people. Some people's brains just are messed up, mine included. And to kind of lambast this treatment like it's pointless to people and you should just fucking eat some yogurt when you're lactose intolerant and everything will be fine, it's just fucking ridiculous. And it just kind of peddles a really bad narrative to people. So yeah, ignore her. That's all for today. Someone please stop this woman.